Hello and welcome to SujithTAlks. There is an update on Citizenship Bill. The bill has been amended and it's sitting in the Senate yet to be discussed. But there's some positive news that the government has made some amendments to the bill. And this is an October surprise. I'll tell you what an October surprise is before going into the details of the amended bill. October surprise usually in American politics is when the voters will know new information about the presidential candidates before a November election every 4 years. But here in Australia, I'm comparing this to an October surprise because the government now looks like the government of the people, by the people, and for the people, and it surprised the intending migrants and the existing migrants and the permanent residents who are waiting for the citizenship bill to be failed. The government surprised them by amending it, and those amendments are looking positive for the migrants. I'll just take you through what the amendments are. I was watching Parliament from 2 days and I was looking into the Australian Senate schedule. I downloaded this document the week ahead where I saw that the citizenship bill is to be tabled on Tuesday, 17th October. That was yesterday. But it didn't happen. And I anticipated it to be put today at some stage. And it's still not put in the Parliament. But I was following the schedule because yesterday they said they will put it in the Parliament and they didn't put it. And I found a way to find out the updated information about the Senate schedule. And this is where I found it from, the dynamic red page. So in the dynamic red page, there's this order of business. And I went in and then I clicked on the Australian Citizenship Bill. And there I saw something very positive. The positive thing in there is that the competent English language test requirement is going to be removed and it's going to be replaced with the modest English, which means that there will not be a requirement for you to go for an English language test and score the competent language English. So the English requirement has been removed. And then there's another change. The other change is that the changes that were proposed on April 28, 2017 are not going to be retrospective, which means if you have applied on April 28th or 21st or right now, as I'm speaking, if you choose to apply your citizenship because it's already been drafted but you didn't have a clue when to submit, if you submit now, the proposed changes will not apply to you. So the proposed changes have been changed now. The proposed changes have been changed now. If you have realized, there's no English language test requirement, and the 28th April 2017 proposed changes will only be applicable if the bill has been passed in the Senate. And at the moment, the bill is still sitting in the Senate, not being tabled. And there's some more time for the Senate to do that today. And if that doesn't happen, it will be removed from the notice paper. And you have to watch my previous video to know what that is. It looks like the government has followed the Senate inquiry report, which I discussed in my last video. It's titled Citizenship September Update, where the Senate inquiry report recommended the government to remove the English language test requirement and also suggested that the changes be applied to only people who applied after the bill has passed and not before that. So there's something positive about this right now. But we might hear more about the 4-year permanent resident requirement to get the citizenship in few hours. So there might be an update from the parliament, there might be an update from the government, but right now it looks like the government is of the people, for the people, by the people, because it listened to the Senate inquiry, it listened to the country, because the country didn't accept that people should have a competent English language test score to be eligible for citizenship. So I'll come back to you with more news once I get to know more updates on this issue. This might be happening. Regardless of the bill passing or failing the parliament, the government might give a statement saying that they might not require an English language test score for permanent residents who are interested to apply citizenship. Also, the new rules will not affect, or the proposed rules will not affect the current applications. So breaking news, guys, if you haven't applied citizenship or thinking what to do, but you're eligible under the existing laws, please apply right now. If you have drafted but haven't applied, apply right now. Click the submit button. Make sure your application is decision ready. And please bear in your mind that this is not immigration advice. This is general information. So at the time of shooting this video, now it's 5:26 p.m. The bill hasn't been tabled in the parliament yet. So if you are listening or watching or reading stories that the bill has been scrapped from the parliament, that's not true. So it's still, the status is still in the Senate, and there will be some official announcement from the government or from the immigration department very soon. But at this stage, what I am saying is there will not be an English language test requirement. Also, the changes will not affect the new applications. So there's some more updates that are going to come today or tomorrow, and it will be more about the 4-year requirement and what will happen if the bill has been failed. Will it go back to the lower house with more amendments? I mean, it can't be the English language test score, but it's more about the 4-year requirement and the unprecedented powers to the immigration minister. So the game hasn't stopped yet or hasn't finished yet. There's still more to come, but so far there's positive news. So for more pristine information about Australian immigration, please subscribe to my channel SujithTAlks. My name is Sujith Billa. I'm a registered migration agent here in Australia. If you want immigration advice, please go to my website SujithTAlks.com and book a consultation, and we can take it from there.